We are joined now by Brock Fletcher with the selling team with Keller Williams Realty. Welcome back to Studio 10.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes. Well, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. So, all right. So you're still hiring.
Yes.
There at Keller Williams, but many different positions open. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we have several positions available. We're looking to hire 2 agents for our buyer's agent team.
Okay.
We're looking to hire 1 more agent to help on our listing side. And we're actually looking for 2 people for our concierge team, which is it's more client relations. It's about 6 hours a day on the phone. So if you love to talk to people,
yeah,
that's a great position.
So how do people apply for these jobs? Where do they find out more? Do they call you? I know that you'll be given your cell phone later on here today. So certainly
calling me is fine. You can also go to my website, which we'll talk about later, and there's a place to apply on our website as well. But I actually like it when people just call me directly because it shows me that they're
ready.
Initiative.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about the current market. I don't think a ton has changed since the last time we talked to you.
Not a tremendous amount. We're still dealing with like an extremely low inventory. I think that's going to become really exaggerated as we wrap up the year. Last year we finished the year with about 300 active and available properties on the market on that last day of the year.
Okay.
My prediction is we're going to be basically right at the same place. So if you've been kind of sitting on the sidelines thinking that the market's going to significantly change, I don't see it in the short term.
Okay.
It's a strong seller's market, and it's probably going to be that way for quite a while.
All right. And I know that we're seeing video of houses that are for sale or going, that are with spring, like the lawn is green,
Sure.
and it kind of might seem weird because we're headed into the winter months, but that's on purpose because we are less than or just about a month away from actually the spring market, right?
Yeah, really, the spring market actually starts on January the 2nd. I know it doesn't feel like that because it doesn't go along with the weather, but the reality is as soon as the holidays are over, buyers are right back at it in terms of looking. And so if they're anticipating moving in May or April, May or June, they're shopping in January, right? Because it takes 30 to 45 days to close, and then by the time you move in, it's another 30 days. And so if people are going to want to move in April, they're buying in January.
So, I mean, I think, a lot of people think that might be a little weird, though. I mean, here we're only in December, but we are, we're talking spring market.
Yeah, it's the market is fluid throughout the year, meaning there's always transactions, there's always people buying. A lot of people think the right time, if you're thinking about selling, is to wait till later in the spring, but reality is your best opportunities are to be first on the scene in January or into February.
All right. Well, we always like to ask you tips for, sellers and buyers. So when it comes to looking for maybe that first house or, maybe you're downsizing, what kind of tips do you have for buyers right now? Because they're still, they're fighting it out for a house.
Yeah. So you have an opportunity to compete with less people right now. When we were at the height of the market in terms of competition last spring, there could be as many as 10 or 11 offers on a property at one time, sometimes more. Right now, we're seeing 2 to 3 offers. So if you're a buyer, you're going to have less competition right now. They're going to be serious people you're competing against, but there's going to be fewer competitors. And so that's an advantage to you as a buyer. So if you're thinking about buying, buy now. Lock in on those low interest rates. We have no idea what interest rates are going to be in 6 months. We know today they're still historically low. So take action.
Okay.
That's
and I keep hearing from people, multiple offers. I was just having a conversation with someone today, 25 offers on one house.
Yeah, and there are extreme situations like that.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case. That's not the norm, right? That is an extreme situation. But it's not unusual to have 2 or 3 competing offers on every single home right now in our area. And if it was just a smoking hot deal that was maybe really underpriced, you could see 25 in the right situation. But that's not the everyday norm.
Yeah, and people should know that's not going to happen. I mean, it does, but it's not an everyday thing.
Yeah, if you're a seller, you shouldn't be expecting 25 offers.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah.
But you should be expecting to have some level of competition, and if you're buying, you should expect to still have to put your best foot forward that you're going to be competing with a couple other real serious people.
Okay, all right. So if people are looking for a job, or if they're looking for a house, or they're looking for some real estate answers, how do they get a hold of you?
I still prefer the cell phone.
Okay.
It's 517-303-3262. That's always the best way to get a hold of me. I promise you'll get a call that day.
Okay. And the website you said for people to find out more, they can go to the website?
Yep, our website is kwsellingteam.com, or if you just Google Brock Fletcher, you can get me that way too.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for the information.
Thank you.
All right. Happy buying and selling and maybe finding a job.
Yes, that's right.
All right. Stick around. We've got more fun coming up after the break.